Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to do a TV review, and it's for the show Spartan. Now, the show came about 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, and I didn't really have a chance to do a review of it because it wasn't on demand yet. You know, I wasn't able to see the live broadcast on NBC. I think it went against wrestling or something like that. I can't remember. And basically, it's the ultimate team competition. It's based off. It's from the producers of the people who did American Ninja Warrior, which I loved. It's another obstacle course show, so I was like, man, I had to see this. And this one is about like this really tough. They said toughest obstacle course on earth. And it's very grueling, very demanding in Georgia. It even says at the end in Georgia. Where like it takes a whole team of 5 people to compete. 2 guys, 2 girls, and like the team captain, like the Spartan champion captain. And there's so many teams competing, and then whoever ends up winning gets the team gets $250,000. So it's $50,000 for each person after they bust their ass for so many weeks on doing a really rough competition. So I don't know, that's a little bit cheap to me, but oh well. I mean, I wouldn't mind having $50,000. I can use it, but the thing is with this, there's lots of good human interest stories. The thing is, it's all over the place. There's a million different obstacles. There's at least, 10 different things they have to do, and they only show like little snippets of each one, and it's all over the place. It gets confusing as to who teams are there, because it's like supposed to be 6 teams competing in like one show, and there's 2 different heats. And it does get a little confusing as to who's doing what and where and stuff like that. It's interesting for a while to see them do the obstacles, and after a while, you kind of get tired of it because it's not really It's not really exciting or compelling. It's a little bit fun to see, but not the way it's done. It's not exciting or compelling. And then there was this one guy I saw the episode. He plays dirty, and he says every time I see someone's weaknesses, I act upon it. And Christ Almighty, he said that 20 times in the damn show. And there's a clip of him running toward at the finish line. This one guy's ahead of him. He clips him or something like a guy falls and trips. And to quote my late dad, I'd kill that son of a bitch if he did that to me. I mean, the guy's an asshole, and thankfully he didn't win. He should have been disqualified for doing that anyways. The problem with the show is it's just not. It's fun to watch like for an episode. I saw 2 episodes and that's good enough for me. I don't think I'll be watching anymore. I don't think the show will be as compelling enough to get people to watch it all the way through. I mean, I'll watch a couple episodes and that might be about it. With Ninja Warrior, that's really compelling. You're really interested in who's... you're really focused on the obstacle. I mean, it really shows the race. This time it shows like a little bit of obstacle here, a little bit there. The last obstacle, slip wall, they do focus on that a little bit, so it has a slight bit of excitement to it, a little bit, not a lot. But the problem is, it's just not exciting and compelling enough to keep watching it. I don't hate the show; it's all right. I have 2 episodes, I'm done with it, and they do have human interest stories, and I do like that. So I mean, it's not a bad show. It's not Strong. Strong was terrible. But there was another show with teams competing, 4 different teams, and that was American Grit. American Grit was fantastic. And Spartan is just lukewarm. So I have to give Spartan on NBC a 6.5 out of 10. Stick with American Ninja Warrior. That's the good stuff. Now, the other thing I want to tell you about is I've been getting some free newspapers. Erie Times News. I got a Thursday. And what happened was when I came home Thursday, here comes Maggie. I love you, kitty. Hi, Maggie. What a good girl. And what happened was when I came home, there was an awesome package from Marcus Reviews there of the Lay's bacon creamy potato salad, that he sent me, potato chips he sent me. And inside the door was one of this right here, and it was nicely in between the screen door and the door. I got up Friday to get the mail, and there was like one tossed right in the middle of the driveway. Like, it's not like it, blah. And that was the Friday one right here. Now, the one thing with Erie Times News, I don't really read the paper anymore. Because, with Erie Times News, some people are kind of mad with it because there used to be a big plant at the Erie Times in Erie that used to print the paper. It went out of business. And then the people who make the Erie Times News now is in Butler, PA. And it's not the same anymore. I think people have kind of lost faith in the paper, especially because it did that. Now, growing up, we always had a subscription to the paper, especially the Sunday paper, because it had a TV guide in it, and we didn't have cable. We had basically, where you put the not rabbit ears, but Dad had a big antenna going on the chimney with a big long wire coming down, and then it'd go right to the TV, and there were alligator clips on it, and you'd hook it on the back of the TV for reception. Hopefully good reception. Usually reception wasn't bad. There's some days when it was kind of crappy. And we always had a subscription there for a long time. I don't know, my mom probably was the one that was responsible for it. And I remember in school, you'd have your book, and you'd have to have like the covers you have to put like a cover on the book, usually like a paper bag. They had like the ready-made covers you get for country fair that were free, but they only last like a month or so. But a paper bag lasts all year, and it'd be cut to cover the book and stuff, a book cover. And I remember in the paper when the movie section, they used to have the ads for the drive-in movies, especially the horror films. What I used to do is I used to clip them out and tape them on my book cover and stuff like that. If my mom knew I was doing it, she'd kill me because she hated horror films. And guess what? I love horror films. And I know, like I said, we had a subscription to newspaper. That's when they put like a little plastic mailbox right next to the other mailbox for a place for the delivery guy to put the paper. I know in November 1st, 1987, like about 24 days before I was going to the Army, my mom left my dad. And after that, we pretty much... I can't remember how long my dad kept the subscription to the paper. I assume whenever the time was up, he didn't renew it, because that was pretty much the last time we got the paper and stuff. He liked the Sunday paper because of the TV guide, and that was it. Nowadays, we don't get papers anymore. I'm definitely check these two out, and it's cool they sent me them. I wonder if they're going to send me one tomorrow. That'd be kind of weird, because it said free sample. For home delivery call, right there. I'm not going to call. I don't read the paper that much anymore. It was cool they sent them. But I think they might send more. They're probably getting desperate, because I think people really lost faith in the Erie Times News. Because it's really not the Erie Times News. It's the Butler, PA printed news for Erie County. That's just shameful that they did that. There's my review of Spartan and the thing about the 2 free newspapers. So, till next time, bye, please. Take care of my legion.
Okay.